Welcome back to this tutorial series for the UIL Digital Tab Room. This video we're going to be looking at school registration, which you should ideally be doing before your meet. So it's found here in the pre-meet setup pages as school registration. You can also navigate to it from the home page by clicking on school registration. And here you can see we have no schools registered because we're starting from scratch. Okay, so if you want to register a new school, you can click Add School right up here in the upper right. If you hit Add School, it's going to pull up a form, which let's just put in Marshall High School. We can get a logo. I have pre-downloaded this, but I have an option later if you've not done that. So you can just skip logo, or you can go ahead and upload one if you've already got it right there. And then we're going to choose their classification. If you don't know their classification, you can guess and look it up later, or you can leave it blank and look it up later. But I know Marshall High School is a large school, and then their status is going to be registered. There's really no reason to enter schools that are not registered. So we create them, and they pop up here. If you had not had their logo on hand, you could click this button, and it'll open a new tab that will search for the logo automatically on the Texas High School Logo Project or some other such website. I don't remember the name of it exactly. But basically it has nice logos that you can go pull from, and it'll enter right there. Now, an easier way to do that, potentially, or if you're having to do a mass list of schools, is if you press Shift Enter, you're going to get a new row of data here. So I can press Shift Enter, and then I can go ahead and put somebody else in, like say I wanted to do Harleston High School. And then I could go look up their logo, and I would put their classification as small. I don't need to register Harleston High School right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one out. But you could enter them inline, or you can add them through the form. Either one. You can also click this little plus button to get a new row. Lots of ways to enter them here. Now, year to year, if you're reusing this same setup, you're not going to have to enter every school every time. So there's a list over here on this other tab called Previous Attenders, and this is all the schools that attended last year. Or attended in the past. So you can go ahead and take those, and you can switch them over to registered if they're going to show up to your meet this year. And you can use all their data that they previously had instead of having to enter every school every year. And if you want to see a list of everybody, go over here to all schools. But you'll end up with a nice list of registered schools that way. Now, the logo here, not super important. The classification, very important. Okay, so one of the great things about this program is it does automatic tabulation. It cannot tabulate correctly if it does not know which classifications the schools belong to. So you need to make sure you are appropriately marking them as small school or large school, or if you're doing something that is only one set of schools, you can do combined. So please, please, please make sure that you are doing those classifications correctly. It's not super difficult, but you got to have them in the right classification in order for the leaderboards to rank properly and whatnot. So ideally, you would do all of this before your meet, so you've got all your schools ready to go. What this lets us do is when we're entering results, it'll let you choose from a school menu instead of having to type in every school every time. So it makes things go a little bit faster, and it makes sure everybody's getting the appropriate points that they are supposed to have. You can also come back to this page and edit things if you need to on the day of. Like if you see a misspelling, or you have a classification wrong, or you want to swap out somebody's logo, you can always come back here and do any of those things. There is also a helpful little tool up here that is UIL District Alignments. And what that lets you do is go view the chart of district alignments that is put out by UIL, so you can see if schools are large or small. But anyway, that's how you register schools. See you in the next video.